Hello all, welcome back to Invesfinc. In today's video, we are breaking down exactly the levels you need to know for Nifty, Sensex, Banknifty and FINNIFTY to stay ahead of the game on June 4th for tomorrow's trading session. Plus, make sure you watch the video until the end as we are going to share our exclusive take on the stocks that were buzzing on today's trade and how to approach them in tomorrow's trading session. Before we jump onto the details, please go through the disclaimer. Now let's begin with the analysis on the indices. First up, Nifty 50. So this is the daily chart. So as you could see, there have been a downfall today of almost like 174 points with a drop of 0.70%. And this has created a kind of bearish engulfing pattern or candle. From here, if tomorrow the market opens slightly positive or maybe flat, and then if the sell-off comes in, then we are headed towards another downfall. And if you see, for almost like 4 trading sessions, we have touched this particular level. So this is the first, second, third, and in fact today 4th time we have touched these lower levels. In case if market opens maybe tepid and then from there we could see a selling pressure coming in, then we are headed towards the further low of around 24,200 odd levels from here on. So tomorrow's trading session is going to be quite important for us only to understand that is market expected to hold at these levels or will it break from the zone. On the higher side, 24,800, what we had seen today as the high of around 24,845. So those would act as a stiff resistance, and the major buying or the major breakout, in fact, if I have to say, will significantly qualify or start once we cross trading above 24,800 levels on Nifty. So this is going to be a crucial juncture or zone for us for taking the long positions. And once we significantly cross beyond these levels, we would see a big breakout that can cross 25,200 odd levels in just a day or 2 days trading session. But for that, the first condition would be to close beyond 24,800 odd levels. Now let's see from the perspective of open interest. So it is very evident today because there have been a good selling pressure for almost like 200 odd points in the intraday. So we expect it was clear indication that we would see a lot of call writing that would happen, and this selling pressure is going to continue. And today if you see at all the strikes beyond 24,500 odd levels, there is significant open interest positions that have been built up on the calls. So this suggests that this selling pressure is also going to show for tomorrow. However, once we significantly hold 24,500 odd levels for almost like an hour in the early morning, then gradually we will head towards 24,650 to 700 odd levels in tomorrow's trading session itself. If that happens, then that will open up for the further trajectory on the higher side on Nifty. So we have a support at 24,500 odd levels from the put writers, but that is not significant when it comes to comparison with the call options. So yes, for us to hold 24,500, we have to see how the market is expected to react once we approach those levels. On PCR front, it is not at all positive. Overall it is 0.5 and at the money it is 0.57, which is slightly bearish to negative. Moving on to Sensex, even Sensex had shown a kind of bearish engulfing pattern, and from here again we have been at the lowest end of this entire channel or box. Now as long as we hold this, there is no challenge or issue. Once we break this, then we are headed towards a downfall, and this could open up the levels of 80,000 primarily, and then we can also see 79,500 levels to come in with the sharp kind of sell off if it continues. So on the long side, we should only go long after we cross 81,800 odd levels, which was the high that it had made today. And this zone we had been seeing for a very long time, where we have been hovering. However, no significant positive trades had been taken. So until we cross 81,800 levels, we should not be going long. After that, we could definitely see quite bullish moves that are expected to come in, which will take Sensex towards 83,000 and 84,000 levels on the higher side. Now let's see from the perspective of open interest. So since today we had a Sensex expiry, that is when we had seen a good amount of volatility. Now we have already moved to the 10th June weekly expiry series. With the first day of trading itself, we see a kind of straddle positions that had been taken for 81,000 kind of strike. So now the expectations is once we significantly cross this particular level 81,000, till then we may not be seeing any positive breakout kind of zone that would come in. So if we hold 81,000 for almost like a day or 2 days trading session, that would act as a lot of strength and positivity for Sensex to move beyond those levels until 82,000 odd. So we already see some slight open interest positions on the put writing have already reached up till 82,000 odd levels. So if a day or 2 days trading session, that would be good for Sensex to cross beyond 81,000 odd levels, that will significantly give a booster further for the near term longs on the Sensex. So overall on PCR it is 0.7 and at the money it is 0.69, which is again slightly positive compared to what we had seen on Nifty. Now moving on to Banknifty. So Banknifty in fact today had crossed the 52-week high. So previously we were trading somewhere around at 56,050 odd levels, and we had touched today almost like the all-time highs of 56,161 odd levels, and from there we had seen a sharp sell-off coming in. So roughly there was around 600 to 700 odd points of intraday movement, and this again is a sharp bearish engulfing kind of pattern what it has created, but it has closed exactly towards the same levels from the last 2 trading sessions. So it has not breached that. So that is something which we can hold as a positive trend. And also we have ultimately in intraday closed or maybe touched below 55,500 odd levels, which has been acting as a significant support from last 2 days. However, at the close we closed at 55,600 odd levels, which ultimately is positive. So overall the expectation is we should be significantly crossing 56,000 odd levels in the coming trading days. And as we are already aware that we have the RBI's repo rate announcement or the bi-monthly kind of meeting. So the expectations are there that we would have some 25 basis point of rate cut expected. So that could be something which can give a boost to Banknifty and the banking stocks, which will lead to further leg of rally on Banknifty beyond 56,500 to 57,000 or beyond levels. So on the lower side for us, the significant support is going to at present remain at 55,000, and then towards once we approach towards those levels, we still see some strength or support even at these levels, 55,800 odd. 54,800 odd. So we have multiple supports that are available for Bank Nifty. However, the expectations is that one strong breakout should come up for the next or further leg of rally on Bank Nifty. From the perspective of open interest, despite we have closed below 56,000 odd levels in today's trading session, still we see a lot of longs being held by the put writers, and at the same time at 56,000 odd levels there have been good call writing also that had happened, roughly around 10 to 15 odd percent in today's trading session. So overall this 56,000 level does not seem to be like a strong resistance. There are high probabilities that in a day or 2 days trading session we should break out. If we are not breaking out, at least on the Friday's trading session, when we would be having the RBI rate cut announcement, at least on that particular day we would be seeing a strong bullish momentum to appear. So on the PCR front, we are trading at 0.8, which is positive and bullish. Same goes with at the money too. Lastly, on the indices, we have FINNIFTY. FINNIFTY, however, had shown a kind of negative trend today. Though we have fell only around 200 odd points. However, compared to Bank Nifty, FINNIFTY was more weak. Now, as long as we cross beyond 26,600 odd levels, we should not maybe open or carry any of the long positions. So have a wait and watch kind of approach. If we see roughly 50% of the price that have been retraced in maybe a day or 2 days trading session, then this would be the first sign for us to go longs. And immediately once we cross 26,600 odd levels, we can go and take long positions for the next leg of up move of 26,800 odd levels, or beyond those, approaching towards 27,000 levels too. So as long as on the short side is concerned, so we have a significant support at 26,000 levels too. Until this zone is not breached, we can still look out for opportunities to go long, but provided we should cross beyond 26,400 primarily, and then 26,600 odd levels to get a confirmation. Now moving on to the open interest. Open interest also shows a lot of positivity. See, despite we had seen a sell-off from around 26,600 odd levels in today's trading session, still at 26,500 we see open interest positions on the put side being built up. Of course, the open interest has got added even at 26,400 300 levels, and then 500 levels. But still the kind of positions that we are continuing despite we closing below 26,500 odd levels suggests that the put writers are still quite bullish and confident to hold those long positions, provided there is some strength that we would be seeing maybe in tomorrow's trading session or before the RBI rate cut announcement. So as long as we do not start trading below 26,000 odd levels, there is nothing much for us to worry upon. So keep a close eye at 26,000 odd levels on FINNIFTY. So from the PCR front, it is trading at 0.7 overall and 0.73 at the money, which is slightly bullish. Now the next segment of discussion is on the market participants. So let's understand what the DIIs, FIIs, proprietary traders and clients have done in today's trading session. First up is FIIs. So FIIs continuously have been adding their short positions on index futures, and today they have closed with net open interest positions of 1.03 lakh contracts on short side. On call options, they have shorted, from the previous days open positions, and closed the positions with 1.3 lakh long contracts with call options. To hedge on the put options, again they have being holding 2 lakh kind of positions. So net, if you see, zero point 0.7 or maybe 71,000 odd kind of contracts they have been holding shorts. So both on index options as well as on index futures, FIIs have been aggressively going short. On the proprietary trader side, on index futures they are mildly short, which does not give a significant kind of wave. On the index options they have been net positive. So on call options they are holding net long positions of 1.37 lakh contracts, and on put options they have hedged by going long with 94,000 odd contracts. So proprietary traders have mildly turned positive today compared to the previous days trading positions. So as you could see, they have cut down on their overall positions. Now moving on to client or retailers. On index futures they have been aggressively going long with almost like 70,000 odd contracts. On call options they have shorted with 2.67 lakh contracts. However, on put options they have hedged by going short with 3.07 lakh contracts. So net position they are holding is long with around 40,000 odd contracts. So FIIs and proprietary traders are long, and FIIs are short, and proprietary traders and clients are overall long on index options. On the cash market side, DIIs have been continuing to pump, and today as well they have flushed with roughly around 5,900 crores of cash investments in the equity market. On the other hand, FIIs have been aggressively selling their existing positions, and today as well they have sold to the tune of 2,854 crores in the cash market. So overall analysis says that FIIs are short, proprietary traders and client along with the domestic institutional investors are long in the markets. Now the last segment of discussion would be the trending stocks. So today we see Hindustan Zinc had shown a positive momentum with a jump of around 15.6 rupees and closed with 3.44% on the higher side. So Hindustan Zinc outperformed today despite the broader market was relatively showing underperformance. Now this rally of around 3% is primarily contributed because of the positive news flow regarding the company's strategic mineral acquisitions, and there was also a recovery in the global silver prices, and Hindustan Zinc being the only one company which has the overall control over the silver deposits or the silver trading. So that is one of the added advantage or maybe kind of edge that Hindustan Zinc has. That was also one of the reason why we could see that positive kind of movement that we had seen. Overall, from the perspective of sectoral momentum, if we see this strong stock is expected to show some kind of strength, primarily because of the technical aspects getting changed here. So if you see from almost like 6 to 7 odd months, we have been trading in a narrow range of roughly around 70 to 80 odd points, and we have been trading in this lower channel. Now we have touched this particular channel almost like 7 to 8 times, and this was today it had broken this channel. However, it did not close beyond those levels. Now once we cross beyond 470 odd levels, then we would be seeing a significant up move coming in, and for us the next resistance alone would be at 520 odd levels, and beyond that it is going to be 565 odd levels on the higher side. Looking at the kind of overall performance what we had seen, and the kind of time that the stock had spent, 6 or 7 months in this particular zone, the expectation is that we could see another 100 points of up move from here to approach in the Hindustan Zinc. That is when 560 levels is what precisely we expect the stock to significantly move up. So this might take a month or 10 days trading session, we don't know, but there are high probabilities for the stock to move on the higher side. Next up is Yes Bank. So Yes Bank had witnessed a dramatic downturn of around 10 odd % in today's trading session. So the stock closed roughly at around 20.86 odd levels, where it was trading somewhere in the range of 22.93. So whenever you see open and high at the same levels, that would be considered as negative, and immediately from the opening itself we saw that sharp sell off coming in. Now this sell off was majorly because of two principal reasons. One is there was a substantial block of shares worth rupees 2000 crores that was sold directly in the open market, which had led to the sharp sell off or kind of negative sentiment. And secondly, there was a news that was running around in the media houses that Japan's Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation (SMBC) was seeking RBI approval to set up a wholly owned subsidiary in India. But this was considered as a potential step forward towards acquisition of controlling stake in Yes Bank. However, in today's trading session or in the morning, Yes Bank finally came up with a clarification by filing with the stock exchanges, stating that it was not privy to any such kind of discussions, and the information or talks that are happening for the RBI approvals and all was faulty or incorrect information. So this was one of the reason why the stock had further plummeted, and overall lost the kind of momentum that it had built on the long side. So in yesterday's trading session we saw roughly around 8% jump, and this jump was totally taken down by a fall of 10% or 10.5% in today's trading session. So now it is trading close at this support levels from where we significantly started to see that sharp momentum on the long side. So as long as we trade in this range, there is no much worry. However, if we start trading below these levels, then we would first approach towards the zone of around 19 odd levels, which will further add a lot of pressure and would show weakness on the stock of Yes Bank. So that's it from our side when it comes to analysis. So if you found this video to be valuable, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your fellow traders. So for daily pre-market report updates, make sure to subscribe to our channel and tap the bell icon so that you never miss an episode in future. Thanks for watching for today's video, and we will see you in the next. Till then, happy trading.